Okay, this is the 1990 Toyota Celsior, currently for sale. Let's do a bit of a walk around and show the general condition of the car. I bought it from New South Wales and had it shipped up here to Townsville. I believe it was the bloke's station hack, so there are a couple of bumps and scratches around it. It's obviously missing the badges from the rear boot. Plates won't be included in the sale. On the rear bumper, that's not dirt, that actually is worn paint, and it has been keyed on the rear boot. The rest of the stuff, the discoloration, is just dirt and will wash off. As I come round, replica BBS Lm style rims. They're not genuine BBS, they are I believe Chinese copies, but they are brand new, as are the tyres. They've only been driven around my yard. They're yet to see bitumen. All the bushes in the rear suspension are brand new. I've replaced the upper rear wishbone bushes, control arm bushes, trailing arm bushes, and the axle carrier bushes. I think there's only about 2 bushes in the entire rear suspension that haven't been replaced. Having said that, I haven't replaced any of the diff carrier bushings, purely because they weren't on the roadworthy list. It does come with a roadworthy list that I've worked through most of the items on. I'll go through that later. There is a bit of a dent behind the door there, as well as a couple of marks. I haven't tried polishing them out yet, so I'm not sure how well that'll go. As well as a little bit of a key mark there. On the driver's door, there is a bit of an indentation and scratch there, as well as a little bit of paint missing, and a little bit of paint missing there, so that'll have to be sanded back and touched up. Yeah, there's going to be BBS wheels in the front. As we come around the front, there is a little bit of damage there below the indicator, as well as on the little splitter there. That's the same on the other side. That's just dirt. That's a little bit of a dent with a bit of paint missing, and once again, someone has keyed the bonnet. The rest of the discoloration is dirt, again, just like on the boot. There's another, just a couple of, that's a dent there, that's actually an indentation with the paint missing. That one there though is just missing paint, so that'll be easy to touch up. As you can see, the splitter just needs a little bit of repair there as well. This side of the car is not bad, apart from just a little bit of discoloration of the paint, and there's a little bit of a crack in the paint there. And we're missing a little bit of trim there, as well as a little bit of a dent there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it shouldn't be that too hard to fix if you're worried about it. If we open the door, the carpet's not flush, but it is all there. There's no holes in it or anything like that. I've got Sony speakers in the doors, which are amplified. I have replaced the steering wheel, gear shifter, and your little armrest there with nice new items. They are second hand, so they have got a little bit of wear on, but they're light years better than what were on it when I bought it. The LCD screen has your typical blackout on it, which is, you know, just about every early 90s Toyota. There is the cover for that one there. The replacement screens are about $200 on eBay. So that'll, obviously they'll include that with it, so when you get your new screen in there, that just goes in there like that. DVD, satellite, TV, all that sort of crap in the head unit there. And the car's party trick. This car has airbag suspension. So with this you can set the height from about near on a metre off the ground to just about scraping it. It's not fast, it's not like the big you know, hydraulic suspension cars you see on American TV. It does take a little while to do it. What I've typically done is I've been setting it at a roadworthy sort of height and leaving that on high. That way when I want to come along and have it sitting nice and low, I just flick it to normal. The Thames airbag suspension, you got sport and normal. What that does is it firms up the shocks inside your airbags and just makes it a bit stiffer. All Celsiors are automatic. Floor operated handbrake, that's obviously you press it down to actuate the handbrake, and a hand operated release. In the LS400, they're not like, well, Celsior, whatever. LS400 is just a non-Japanese delivered Celsior. They don't have a digital dash like the Soras. They are analog, but they do still have a couple of gimmicky things on it. I would show you, but I don't have a battery in the car at the moment. Electronic tilt steering. When you put the key in the steering wheel, it will automatically return to the position where you like it, and as when you pull it out, it actually retracts back in, so you can get in and out of the car nice and easily. Up top, electronic sunroof, full tilt and all that sort of stuff. The car also has tinted windows, nice and dark. In the back, now the seats I do have, as well as with all the bolts and whatnot. Currently got them out at the moment just because I'm working through some seatbelt things for compliance. Same sort of thing, colour coded to the front seats and whatnot. There is an 8-inch Ford Falcon subwoofer in the rear parcel tray. On the seatbelts, with a Japanese delivered Celsior, which this is, they're not like Australian seatbelts where you have a little ball bearing, and once you get to, a sudden stop, the ball bearing goes along and actuates the seatbelt and stops you from going any further forward. They don't do that. They have an electronic device that pre-tensions it. So, in order to pass compliance, I have had to change it to Camry seatbelts out of an XV10. Some of you might know it as a wide-body Camry. I have done 3 corners, passenger, driver, and that one. Just this one here, I'm having a bit of trouble getting to a roadworthy standard, so they might have to get another one of those if you end up buying the car. But yeah, out of a early 90s wide-body Camry, and they just bolt right in. And obviously I'll have the seats in it for you, so it's no dramas. Moving around to the boot. They have got quite a nice large boot. Carpet's all there. Now, it does say CD changer, and it is there. However, they only work with the stock stereo system. So now that I've got the DVD satellite navigation thing in there, it won't actually do anything. But it's easier than removing it and trying to patch up the hole and trying to make it look decent. In the compartment there, that's actually the what would you call it? The cap for the spare tyre. They also have a little bit of a kit in there, place to put your kit anyway. I'll just use it to hold my bulbs and fuses. We have an amplifier that's for the front speakers and the subwoofer. Actually no, sorry, front speakers, subwoofer, and at the moment the rear speakers are not wired into anything, but they are there. The wires are all there as well, just behind the back seat. So if you did change the amplifier, you will be able to get those going pretty easily. The car has got an alarm on it, so for insurance purposes it'll be nice and easy for you. I'm not sure whether or not it has an immobiliser. Now, one thing about it, if you are trying to register it in Queensland, it does require a mod plate for compliance. One of the items for compliance is your insert for the fuel tank, just to make sure you can only put the correct fuel in it. That's there. It's already got the intrusion bars in the doors, seatbelts, as I explained earlier. I'm going through that. Nothing really much else left to do there. It's already got the child restraints in the back. Tyres are obviously Australian. It's been registered in New South Wales for many years, so compliance would be as easy as just getting an engineer to come around and put a plate on it. When you're in the engine bay, it has got a Lexus front grille on it, but it is actually a Toyota Celsior. Battery just needs a charge at the moment because I haven't started it in about 2 weeks. I work away, so I'm never really home. It could probably use a cam cover and spark plug cover. As you might have seen when I was in the interior there, I have got a spare one, but I bought one for the wrong side. So that was a lovely little surprise. They do have traction control. There's some amp wiring as well as nice little block switch, so if you blow a fuse it'll just flip the switch back instead of having to replace a fuse all the time. The rest of it is relatively stock. The exhaust is stock. Airbox is all there. It is stock as a rock, apart from that airbag controller. One last thing, things you will need to do for roadworthy. Just about everything is already done. However, on your passenger side front wheel, I am getting a little bit of a knock under braking. So what I've done is I've ordered a new wheel bearing for that one there. I'm waiting for it to rock up. I will include that with the sale. On the rear side here, for this wheel, there does need a new boot to go on the CV. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. It also needs a wheel alignment after the fact that I've installed all these new parts on it. Other than that, because I actually have had a roadworthy inspection done on it, most of the things have been fixed, and it is literally all that needs doing. So just your wheel bearing, your CV boot, and the seat belt, just to fix that last seat belt in the rear corner there, as well as just give it a bit of a degrease. So once you've got those done and a compliance, just get someone out to come put a compliance plate on it, which is easy done because the stuff's already there. I also have previous New South Wales registration papers to prove that it has had import approval. It'll be easy as pie. So I estimate there's probably about $800 to spend on it just to get it registered. The rest of the hard work's already done. Many bloody knuckles on my part, but it is all there. So if you're interested, comment here. Thank you.